Good morning, everyone. In the Fox News alert, ISIS has reportedly executed 21 Coptic Christian hostages in Libya abducted last month. Photographs of the captives with masked men standing behind them emerged on an ISIS online magazine. The militants say they are avenging the deaths of Muslim women.
Joining us is Fox News religion contributor Father Jonathan Morris. Father, nice to see you this morning.
How long is it going to take? What is it going to take, right?
What can it take? Lauren Green reporting earlier that over 300 Christians killed every month in different regions of the world, one of the most persecuted groups in the world. What will it take?
Well, we think of what it took for the international community to galvanize around some sort of action, airstrikes in Iraq. It took religious leaders and local leaders saying, hey, listen, we have to stop. Do you remember the words of Pope Francis, for example, stop them, which was suggesting military action, which is kind of, it's unusual for a Pope or others. I know Franklin Graham as well has been very outspoken, thank God, here in the United States about what's going on. But most recently, the Archbishop in Iraq said, you know what, the airstrikes are not enough right now. They're not enough. And that what he's suggesting is more military action. And I wish we heard from Western leaders right now coming up with a strategy. This is what we're going to do. I was disappointed that the president going to Congress just this past week asking for a right to go ahead and to lead military offense against ISIS, but then announcing to the whole world there will not be any ground troops. Do we want another ground troop war? Absolutely not. But do we want the president and other leaders to say, we're only going to do this? We are telegraphing the pass. We're saying we will not go as far as we need to go in order to stop ISIS.
But what about the public opinion war? Every church in America, every Christian in America seems invested in saving some group or another around the world. But so rarely do they say anything about the plight of their fellow Christians. Why is that?
I think there are more voices now than before, but it takes political leaders as well to come up and say this is a priority. It wakes us up. It wakes us religious leaders up. For if the president were out, if President Obama were out there saying this is our strategy, we're not going to allow the Christians in the Middle East to be massacred. We've got and bringing together other religious leaders, but then the conscience of America and other places would be awoken.
I'm so sick of seeing these pictures, whether they're in cages or whether they're in the orange jumpsuits about to be beheaded. It's so awful to look at. Are we emboldening them by showing their propaganda?
Perhaps, but it has to be done. What's the other option? Be silent, right? There's always a tipping point. And something like this. We think of Nazi Germany. There was a tipping point. When is the tipping point going to happen for the international community? When the Archbishop in Iraq, Bashar Wadar, is saying, we need more than airstrikes. He's there on the ground. He was just in Britain this past week and begging for an international outcry against what's going on here. We need more of that.
And this comes on the news overnight with Anbar province, perhaps hours away from falling to the enemy.
That's right.
Oh, unbelievable.
So we have to keep talking about it, and I hope international leaders are coalesce around real strategy to make sure that the native lands of these Christians who have been there for a very, very long time are not wiped off the face of the Middle East.
Father Jonathan, thanks for joining us this morning.
Thank you, guys.
Appreciate it.